only need 3 things to be successful in business and in life. Stay tuned to find out exactly what they are. What's going on, people? So today I'm going to be discussing 3 things that you need to be successful, not just in business but in life as well. You see, we live in a time and an environment where everyone's talking about the latest hack, or you need to do this, you need to do that, you've got to have this, you've got to have that. But really, you only need 3 things, and the first of those things is vision. Because without vision, you ain't going nowhere. People talk about finding your niche and finding your passions, and then they ask, what can I do, or where can I start, or how do I start? But these are the wrong questions to ask. The right question that you need to ask yourself is, who do I want to become? What type of life do I want to live? What kind of impact do I want to make? And visualize yourself in the future. If there were no restrictions and there were no limitations, who would you be? How would you live? How would you spend your time? Who would you like to serve? And most importantly, why? And if you answer these questions and then ask yourself, what kind of things do I need to do to get there? Or how do I get there? You're going to have a much better idea of how to get there. Because now you have a roadmap, you have a target, you have an endpoint. Now you're ready to start your journey where so many of us go wrong. And I've made this mistake where so many of us go wrong is we start the journey first, and then we have the attitude that we'll just see how it goes, we'll see what happens, whatever happens will happen. But that's really the wrong way to do it. You need to have your vision first, and then set down your markers and your goals to get there. Otherwise you're going to be going around in circles, and basically without a vision for your future, for yourself or for your family, you're going to be directionless. And the vision needs to be an overall vision. It can't be a separate, I suppose it can be, but ultimately it needs to be an overall vision for your life, which is why I advocate that business and personal life should not be separated, because what you do on a daily basis is who you are. Your job and your work is an expression of yourself, of who you are, and therefore who you'll become. So the vision needs to be about your financial life, your family life, your personal life, your emotional life, your intellectual life, your spiritual life. Like, the vision that you have for yourself needs to encompass all of these things. And really, you only need 2 ingredients for your vision. And the first thing is that it needs to excite the hell out of you, and the second thing is that it needs to scare the hell out of you, both at the same time. If your vision isn't exciting, or if you're not excited about your vision, then it's not really a vision, and you need to rework it. And if it doesn't scare the living daylights out of you, then it's not strong enough. You're not thinking big enough. Only when you're scared and excited at the same time will you know that you've got a vision to work with. And that's where the second element comes in, which is courage. Too many people are afraid to start, afraid to fail, afraid to look silly, afraid of what people might think, that kind of thing. There's 2 ways to look at this. The problem of what other people might think. There's 2 ways to deal with this. Way number 1 is it's incredibly self-entitled and self-centered to think that other people actually care what you're doing, because honestly, they don't. And the second thing is, most of the time when people tell you you can't do something, it's more them saying that they can't do it, and because they can't do it, they say or think you can't do it either. And an example of this is, like, a couple of years ago, or a few years ago now, I remember speaking to a lawyer colleague of mine about online businesses, and how you could make a lot of money online, and he laughed, ridiculed, he was incredibly condescending. He's like, you can't make money from that. And when I explained to him that, you could, this is the process, this is how it works. And then he was like, well, you're not gonna make as much money doing that as you are as a lawyer. And I'm thinking like, dude, there are kids out there making more money than you right now through online business. So just drop the ego. But the point being, ultimately it doesn't matter what other people think or say, because it's got nothing to do with you or your vision. But despite the challenges thrown by other people and what other people might think, and all of those fears, it's the ones in your mind that you really need to deal with. We have so many doubts and insecurities and wanting to quit, and thinking we're not worthy, or there's too much to do, etc. This is where you've got to have courage to chase your dream, courage to fail and bounce back, and courage to smile at those criticizing you and keep moving forward, which brings me to the last component, the last element that you need to succeed, which is discipline. You see, most people talk about passion. You've got to have passion, and passion has its place, it's important, but passion on its own isn't enough, and it never will be, because passion will get you to the door, passion will get you to start, it'll get you to a certain point, but it's discipline that's what's going to get you over the line. It's discipline that's going to keep you moving forward, and to where you want to be. So basically the vision that we talked about at the start, you're only going to get there through discipline. Why? Because passion is an emotion, and emotions change. Emotion is energy in motion. What I was passionate about yesterday isn't what I'm passionate about today. What I'm passionate about today isn't might not be what I'm going to be passionate about tomorrow. And to give you an example about this, when Britney Spears came around, I was incredibly passionate about her, and what happened? Christina Aguilera came, and then what happened? Somebody called Mandy Moore came, and then what happened? A few years online, it was Beyonce, and now it's my wife, which I probably should not be using that in this context, because don't think she's gonna be too happy about me using her in the context of changing fashions, but you get the idea. Having said that, it does take a hell of a lot of discipline to be dealing with. I'm joking. So I think I've just signed my death warrant by saying that. But honestly, even in relationships, passion is only going to get you to a certain point, because it wanes after that. It's the mutual respect and understanding, and of course discipline, which is what's going to make the relationship work. Anyway, back to the point in hand. Even with passion, even if you've got passion, you're still going to come across a lot of challenges and obstacles, and you're going to have to grind. The results aren't going to come easily. You're going to have to put in the work, a lot of work, before you see any results. And this is why discipline is more important than passion. And I'm going to actually give you a quote from the most electrifying man in all of entertainment today, The Rock. So what does The Rock say? The Rock says, the pain of discipline is better than the pain of regret. The pain of discipline is better than the pain of regret. Now that really hits hard, because I've started so many things, so many different things, and given up because the pain of discipline got to me. And then later on I looked back at all those things that I started and stopped, and the pain of regret was significantly worse and significantly harder. So yeah, discipline is the third and final element. So there you have it, the three things that you need to succeed in life. Having a strong vision which scares you and excites you at the same time, having the courage to overcome your fears and your obstacles to set out on your journey towards that vision, and then having the discipline to make sure you get there no matter what. Everything else is just noise. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, hit like, share, and drop some comments. I would love to hear from you. Take care for now, guys. Bye bye.